Hey, it's Mathias Norsgaard. I'm a professional bike rider for the Spanish World Tour team, Movistar team. And on one of my rest days here on altitude camp, I bought this camera, and I thought it would be nice to show you here on my YouTube channel what I'm actually doing when I'm riding. Would like to show you more. Right now I'm in April. We are in Andorra for altitude camp. Not for something specific, just to become a better bike rider. And I think that's sort of the new generation of cycling, because just a few years ago I would never believe that I would be in an altitude camp just to become a better bike rider. It would be for a purpose like a World Championship or Grand Tour. But yeah, I went to Andorra after the classics. So let's jump into the first week.
Safety first.
So I came here 12 days ago. I came straight 1 week after Roubaix, and I decided to go on altitude camp, visiting my family also, Mikkel Bjerg and Emma Norsgaard, who is living here. It's their apartment. And the first few days was super easy. It always has to be like that. Of course, if you do more altitude, you can start earlier, but I prefer to do it quite easy the first week, because all the stress from just sitting here and breathing is quite stressful for the body. So you will still get the gains just being here. And yeah, I've been riding. I was riding a lot with my sister and brother-in-law. It was super nice. It was like being back when I was in Andorra and we were living together in Girona.
So we are here on top of Col di Ordino, almost 2,000 meters. First 50 minutes is gone. I did some warm-up, 20 minutes fat max, 320 watts. And then a progressive 8 minutes, starting at 300, ending at 430 or something like that. And that's my warm-up before the dog effort. We're here with Emma. Which sort of efforts are you doing today, Emma?
View to max.
View to max.
There's no such thing as view to max.
She's doing one of her last proper rides before La Vuelta, starting on next week on Monday with a short team time trial. So yeah, better get the best out of it today.
And yeah, Emma left us, traveled to Vuelta, to the Vuelta España today. So that was the last day, but otherwise we've been training quite a lot together. She really stepped up this year, even though she had a really nasty crash in Strade Bianche and broke her collarbone and also some tendon injured. But she was back on the bike and trained a lot here in April. It would be nice to see how she delivers next week. So the first week is normally quite easy, and then the second week is more like also big rides and more tempo efforts. Sub-threshold. Sometimes I've done some torque efforts also, some sprints. Just a lot of climbing, just enjoying actually being here because the weather is super awesome.
So here we are on top of Ordino Acalis. It's 2,200 meters. There's still snow here in April. I did some torque efforts to get here. 8 times 3 minutes and then 1 minute rest. And I'm trying to aim for the 2 first minutes, 380 watts, and then the last minute 430, and then cadence between 450 now 400 45 and 50 rotation by minute. But yeah, look, beautiful it is. Super weather today. For sure the descent will be cold, but yeah, the climb is just so beautiful. Third climb of the day, called the Odino, but from the opposite side, from Odino. I left Emma in Odino because she still has some VO2 max efforts to do and prefers to do it a bit below 1300 meters, so I understand that. And I still had some fat max intervals to do, so I went from the bottom of the climb here, which will be around 37 minutes of fat max, 320 watts, and it's super great stimulants of the mitochondria, and that's basically what I'm here for. So I do longer rides. Today 4 hours, but tomorrow 6, and it's all about that mitochondria. In zone 2, it's great training. And I met a guy halfway on the climb asking if he could join me for 10 minutes because he had some hard effort. I said, yeah, of course. And you can always sit on my wheel and just ask. Simply just ask. And I think I speak on behalf of the whole pro peloton. Oh, it's one of my favorite efforts because it's not easy, but it's also not hard, and you can go for hours here if you're motivated. Col di Odino. Just one more to go, 50 minutes home, so yeah, almost done.
And yeah, we're sitting here today. I went through my first VO2 max efforts today. It was really hard, and I did like this riding through 3 different countries in one day. It was on the map. It's quite spectacular to look at. As you can see, this is my training from today. On Movistar team, we use Training Peaks as an analyze tool. My trainer is connected to my account, so as you can see here, he posted pre-ride, and every ride he is planned from his side, what I should do and what I should aim for in the efforts. And then of course, when you go to altitude, you also have to listen to your body like really carefully. When you're at sea level, it's more like, I mean, some days you can just be like, I'm tired, and you just need to get on the bike and then get the legs rolling. But here, if you dig too deep, you can really fuck up yourself and the whole body. Yeah, so I started like always. When I have a hard ride with efforts, I do some progressives in the first 20 minutes. The first one is 3 minutes, and it starts from 280 to 380, and 1 minute rest. Another one, but then ending at around threshold at 440, and then another one, and 2 small spin-ups just to get the body ready. It's also basically what I do when I prepare for TT, the warm-up. And then 20 minutes rest, and then my effort started. And I tried to do the first threshold efforts between 4:30 and 4:50 for 5 minutes, and then 10 minutes rest in between. And then when I arrived to a bit below 1200 meters, I started some real work, and I had to do 10 times 1 minute 600 watts, which was like, in the end it was all out. I had the feeling that I was one second before cramping in both my legs. I also had to stop because when you do a loop like this, you go down to Spain or France, and then you have to climb all the way up to Andorra again, where we are staying in 2000 meters. And I had to stop in Canoe, like 10 k's from the apartment, and I was like,
in Canoe, I still have 10k home, 5%. I'm super fatigued. I'm so tired. Dude. It's that moment when you start to question your life choices. But I also know that when I get home, I will get so much dopamine from this ride that it's probably going through the roof, so I can't sleep tonight.
completely dead. But it helped just to cool down the muscles just for 2-3 minutes, and then I could continue again, because at some point I was fueled really well. I had a very nice breakfast, and I was drinking between 70 and 80 grams of carbs every hour, which is not high carb, but it's for the intensity and it's just training. It was still good. So I was just fatigued from overheated muscles, which you can also see I was super salty in the end. And yeah, I ended up doing 5 hours and 45 minutes and 3,000 meters of climbing, so it was a proper day. And right now I'm so happy that I have a rest day tomorrow, and I have 2 easy days, and then the real super hard work starts the last week of altitude camp. So I stay here for 3 weeks, and then hopefully I will have some big gains when I arrive at sea level again. So I hope you enjoyed the first video of mine here on my YouTube channel, and if you would like to post below what you would like to know about the professional life of a world tour rider, or just in general about cycling, you can post below, and I will take some of and will help me really much to create this channel, because in the end it's all about making a product that people like.